And here we have stadium events.
Yeah. Oh, the favorite conversion.
Stadium events.
$5. You gonna get it?
Nope.
I don't have a copy yet. I'll take it. Thanks.
He gets the stadium events.
Ooh, my
for
prized possession.
$5.
So expensive.
The title's not clickbait. I sold my whole collection. You get to a point in life where you realize that you have a car payment. You have mouths to feed. I can't even. You get to a point in life where you realize that you have a car payment. You have mouths to feed. I have a lot of mouths to feed. I have 3 kids, a wife, 2 dogs, a lizard, some hamsters, and of course myself. That's a lot of mouths to feed. There's so much stuff you could do rather than spend money on video games. And I'm really sorry to disappoint you guys for not finishing the Super Nintendo Complete in Box quest. I was literally down to the point where all the games I needed were just common, easy to find, cheap games. And I was filling up my eBay cart with the rest of the games I needed to complete the entire set. So Future Wayne here, I forgot to tell you one of the most important parts of the episode. As I'm getting ready to edit this video, I thought about it. I was able to figure out how much it would cost to complete an entire Super Nintendo Complete in Box library in today's market, which was right around $100,000. And that's pretty ridiculous. So, but there's your answer. How much does it cost to complete an entire Super Nintendo Complete in Box library? It's right around $100,000 in today's market. And then, that's when I got the idea to sell it all. And not for any reason I've said. The reason I sold all this was for Stadium Events Complete in Box.
What's up, bro? Yes, sir. Finally, I know, man.
How's it going?
How are you, brother? Right here, sir. Oh, still has the...
Still pending.
Still pending. Still pending.
Oh, the nice acrylic one too.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
You threw that in free of charge.
Awesome. No, I got something here. He gets the stadium events.
Man, that's a clean box.
Yeah, it is. That's why
Yeah,
I
other
fell
than-
in love with this box.
Oh, I didn't bring a tool, but you got.
I've got some in the truck in case he wants to.
I didn't even think about it.
You know he done threw a duck hunt in there.
Yeah.
I think both of our reputations are too big.
Yeah,
to
but
do.
still, I just normally
Stole my pickle and gave me a nickel.
I got the manual. Now I got
Bro,
the game
manual is nice.
Yeah.
That
I was telling
manual
him the
is-
story like you told me how you were hunting for it for like 2.5 years.
Yeah, and
then I found one
but I never
within
really,
an hour.
made a post that
Yeah.
I wasn't,
That's
technically
crazy.
not worried about it, but yeah.
Panic Restaurant.
That one is obviously
My
the
fifth
better
favorite game about a restaurant. That is
This
one
is
of my
this is
absolute favorite box arts ever.
one. On this, that's why I didn't.
Yeah, that's
But
wild.
even carts, his carts were like this, and it was like cleaned and tested.
That's awesome, man. I'm gonna slide this back in very carefully.
Yes, but yeah, that one is definitely really good.
Oh, that's a clean box.
Yeah, that's a pretty clean box. Just this,
That one.
Yeah.
that sucks. But other than that,
That one is good.
I love some Chip and Dale.
Wait a second. That's the right one. I did have a damn repro box, I hope. I also had a Repro CIB.
What did you want
And
for
they
this
may have
one?
did it like that to protect our
I
artwork.
didn't even price that, but we could check it out.
The crazy thing is the market is like, you've seen the market's low right now.
Yeah.
So like a lot of this stuff is.
So you see the manual?
Yeah.
That's the biggest flaw. And the other one, bro, like,
It's good enough for the right price.
you think so?
Yeah, for the right price, it's good
Bro,
enough.
I'm telling you, you won't regret the better copy you bought it.
I wonder where the original like painting is for that, because I want that.
Yeah.
So I was telling him this earlier. If you look at the eBay sold listings,
Mhm.
like they'll have like 2,500 or best offer,
Oh,
and something could sell for like 1,800,
And it would
but it would
still-
still show
I hate
price
that
charting
so clutch.
that it's still sold at 2,500. So
So I believe this right here was mine. You see how?
okay,
See, you know the guy,
Private
the
sale.
one that runs VGPC. A lot of times, if he sees a sale in the group and it's confirmed, if it's somebody reputable, he'll add that. He started doing that.
On price
Oh, okay.
charting?
Yeah.
This one here,
Cord.
and it's pretty decent. I can get these stickers off with the heat gun, but it's pretty decent. I'd say it's even maybe it's pretty comparable, and it's 2,000, and then he's gonna have 13% eBay fees.
Yeah.
So I would say I would do 1,900 on that, and then let me see what Chippendale.
So that's for the worst copyright.
Yeah, that's not your.
And you sure you don't want the
pristine-
better one?
Yeah,
Okay.
because well, I mean, this took all my money, you know, as you can see.
Understandable. So.
Like this is a pretty clean copy, and it went for 900. I would pay 900 for that one. Like, yeah, there's your box. I'd pay 900 for it, even though like there's no fees and everything. I think 900 would be completely fair for that.
For the Chippendale?
Yeah. I haven't looked at it yet.
It's
All right,
become more
this is a
prevalent.
1900, 900, and 650. Would you hook a brother up for 3,400? 3,400. I just gave you 50 grand, bro. Come on, man.
Don't do that.
3,400 and take a gas. And a chicken on a stick in there.
So that one, I think I would like to be at 1,000, because it'll like, just because the condition of the box and everything else is good too, of course, but box is the main thing. I think that would be good. That's where I'm at. I was thinking. So I'm good with that. If we can bump that up a little bit to $1,000, we're good at that. That one, I'm willing to work with you as long as you're willing to work with me. So, because I don't want to hustle. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back and forth.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. It. Whatever you think is fair.
Where were you at on this
Either
one?
25.
25.
Because pen like you.
I can buy the one for $2,000 that's in better condition though. Right now.
With the sticker, I don't.
Even with tax.
How much is it?
Because I can get that sticker off with the heat gun.
So that's at what, 21 with tax, right?
Probably Arkansas was about 22, about 10%.
22.
Yeah, there's no tax or anything, and if you really want to look, a nicer copy than this just sold for like a ridiculous low, like 1,200 something.
What if you did 2 on that? Match the eBay, no tax, no fee. Well, no fees on mine, no tax on yours. $1,000 on that. 36.50 on that. That's 36.50. It's only 200 more. So that's basically 100, then 100 more on that.
About 35.
Yeah.
That's
That's
me coming up.
That's a magic number. That's a good number.
That's a good number. 35. Bro, come on.
Don't do that. He's like, bro.
Come on, bro. I think it's really fair. I really do. Without the taxes.
I'll pay for my tank of gas. This bitch takes premium.
$35.50.
I knew.
Gosh, man.
Killing me. You should be proud. You're hustling an Indian. You know how that's
Bro,
that's a feat.
I gotta win a little bit.
I
I gotta
that's
get.
fine.
You gotta give me a little something, man, bro. Like. So it was an absolutely wild move what I did, but I always said it on my channel. You always start with the rarest games and most expensive games and work your way down so collections get easier and easier over time and they get more fun. Well, my ultimate collecting goal is to have the entire NES, Super NES, and N64 libraries complete in box. And that was never gonna happen without Stadium Events. I would have came really close, but without Stadium Events, I wouldn't have had the real 677 game library. And I know we all wish we could just walk into Goodwill and get that lucky $5 complete in box Stadium Events find. But the chances of that happening are slim to none. And I had to realize that. And so I'm thinking long term. It really stinks to lose all this that I worked so hard to get. But now I've got the worst game out of the way. Believe me, I'm not looking forward to going back and finding Hurricanes complete in box, Aero Fighters, Hagani. Everybody thinks they have gold. There's a reason that 3 weeks ago, these shelves were full and now they're empty. There's some games I sold that I listed that sold within 5 minutes, while other copies of the same game have been sitting on eBay for a year. Just sitting there, not selling. I sell stuff for what it's worth. You win some, you lose some. I had a lot of wins with this collection, and I had a few losses as well. For example, my Dracula X, I paid $700 for it, but I sold it for $900. And then I had International Superstar Soccer, which I paid $800 for, but I sold it for $600. But it seems like nobody thinks the same way I do when it comes to selling their stuff. They want to put their stuff up for an ultra high price and just hope that somebody comes along and eventually buys it. And that's the part of collecting that really sucks, is being the buyer. Because now that I'm collecting NES complete in box, now I've got to go find all these expensive NES titles, and of course all these people think they have gold. So now that I got Stadium Events out of the way, now I'm trying to find the other big titles like Samson and Flintstones. And they're on eBay. But the little Samson on eBay is $5,000 complete in box. Which, if you look at price charting, it shows all the ones that have sold, and none of them have sold for $5,000. So why am I trying to buy your rental box with faded sticker markings on them for $5,000? Or the Flintstones Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. The guy's asking $6,400 for. Says it's the best copy on eBay, which it's not. It has creases on it. I don't think it's fully complete because mine had more inserts than that when I had one. And he's asking $6,400 or best offer. So I tell him, I'll pay you $4,400. That's more than any other complete in box Flintstones is sold for. At least it's one of the highest. And his isn't in tip-top shape. But I'm offering him the money because I want the game. But no, he thinks that his copy's worth over $5,000, even though there's not another single sold listing for that price. And then I love the people that come crawling back. After you offered them a high price, and they thought that your price was lowballing, but it really wasn't, eventually they figure it out, and then they'll come back and they'll be like, hey, you know what, I'll accept your offer. Oh yeah, I bought one a month ago, thanks. I tried to get a chubby cherub. And the last one just sold in great condition for like $600, maybe $650, I don't remember exactly. So there's another one on eBay, $2,000 or best offer, same condition, there's no difference in anything. And so I offer him $700. More than the last one just sold for, because I want the game. Immediately declines my offer. I message one seller and I'm like, hey man, I think I sent you a pretty fair offer. This game sold for this and it was actually in better condition than yours and I offered you more. You know, is there a difference that I'm missing? Was it a different print run? And he goes, no. Somebody offered me more in 2021. I got news for you. The COVID collectors that came in are leaving the hobby as quickly as they came. In case anybody's living under a rock, the video game market is coming down. You should have taken the more money and 2021. You can just go ahead and enjoy that game in your collection a little bit longer, cause it ain't selling. On top of that, I know your name and I ain't buying nothing else from you. I want all your stuff to sit there while I make all the sales. I'll find Samson, I'll find Flintstones, I'll find the sellers that have a little bit of common sense in their head. And everybody that was subscribed for the Super Nintendo Complete Box Quest, well, it's over now, but eventually I am gonna go back and complete that set again. I'm just changing focus right now to the NES Complete in Box library. So what's the story on Stadium Events? I'm sitting at work and I'm thinking about the Super Nintendo and how I'm almost done with it. And then I remember seeing a Complete in Box copy of Stadium Events on eBay for $120,000. And then I start getting this wild idea in my head. I'm like, I wonder if that person would be reasonable with their price and actually trade for that game. So I messaged him. I actually had dealt with him before outside of eBay, so I messaged him personally. And we started talking about this graded Complete in Box Stadium Events that he had. And I told him I was really interested in it and maybe we could work a trade out. And we started going back and forth. And then he slides in there that he actually has a boxing cart as well. And I'm like, you have a boxing cart? I'm like, well, what's the condition of that? Are you willing to sell that one? And he says, yeah, I'll sell it. He's like, I need to think of a price first. And you know, with this NES Quest 2.0, I think that's what we're gonna call it. I don't even know. I haven't even thought about this yet. I don't even know exactly how I'm going forward with this YouTube channel. So if you got any ideas, let me know. But I'll be honest with you, I'm about tired of reading every manual and doing an in-depth review of every single sports game. How many soccer games and football games can I possibly play? But anyways, just know this. The Complete in Box copy and the box copy, they're different prices. They weren't cheap. I'm missing my entire collection. Just know that. So anyways, I'm thinking if I'm gonna do this, I need a way to get a manual. I'm not gonna go out and do all this selling and do all this work just to get a box copy of the game. Like, the reason I'm doing this is so I can have the true Complete in Box NES library. So I have to have a manual. So I look at this boxing cart and the box is in absolutely amazing shape. It's better than the graded one. So now I just want the box copy because the box is better. Let's get a close-up here. This box is in amazing shape. So I tell him I want the box copy, but I don't want to get stuck without a manual. So if I get the box copy, would you be willing to break open your graded copy and sell me the manual out of it? And we agreed on a price for him to do that if I could not find another manual. Well, I ended up making a post on a Facebook group for a manual, and within an hour a guy from Australia hit me up and was like, hey, I got a manual, I might let it go. And we ended up working out a deal for $6,000 cheaper than I would have got the other manual for. So it worked out really good. And it took just over a week for the manual to ship here from Australia, and that was pretty stressful. And then yesterday I go and do the drive and meet the guy, and I end up picking up the boxing cart. And now I got Stadium Events Complete in Box. So if you didn't know, Bandai made Stadium Events, and they made the copies, getting ready to sell to the public, and Nintendo came in and was like, we like that game, we want the rights to it. So Nintendo bought the rights to it and they renamed it World Clash Track Meet. So Stadium Events that Bandai made wasn't supposed to be released, but somehow some copies got out there to the public. And that's what makes the game so hard to find and why it's so sought after. So was it a crazy move, selling my entire collection just to get one game and start the NES library? Yeah, but that's what keeps collecting fun for me. You know, making wild moves like that. Who else does that kind of stuff? I sure am gonna miss playing all the soccer games though. But anyways, these here are the last games I have for the Super Nintendo for sale on eBay currently. So anyways, I was thinking that Stadium Events was the first game for the NES collection, but I remembered that I had the Power Pad with World Clash Track Meet already that I had never gotten rid of out of my collection. Unfortunately, the Power Pad that comes with World Clash Track Meet, my copy doesn't work, so I'm gonna have to get another Power Pad. And I also want to get the Power Pad that came with Stadium Events. It was a different Power Pad. So I'm also gonna look for that as well. But right now it doesn't work, but we can still check out the game. You see the music is the same, and everything is pretty much the same except one says Stadium Events, one says World Clash Track Meet, and of course on Stadium Events the billboard says Bandai. Other than that, it's pretty much the same game. Very minor differences. I guess the biggest difference in the games would be the price tag. So technically, World Clash Track Meet is game number 1 for the collection. And we'll call Stadium Events game number 2 for the collection. Let's get these games on the shelf. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll be bringing you more videos like this. Until next time, I'm Gamer Wayne, and thanks for watching.